weeks ago, I received a phone call. On the phone was my best friend and my brother, Nico Maldonado. He had been pulled over by a police officer, and he was telling me that he was at risk of being deported. Sure enough, that same night, he was taken to immigration and he was deported back to Nogales. Over 2 weeks, I spent every day talking to him on the phone until one Saturday. That Saturday, he calls me and I can hear the fear in his voice. I can hear that something bad is very, very wrong. A few hours later, I get the news that he had been murdered. He was trying to get money so he could come back here and fulfill his dreams. He was a straight-A student, and he was looking to open his own business. And because of a piece of paper, he ended up being murdered, and his dreams will not be fulfilled. At his funeral, I stood above his casket and held his cold hand. At that moment, I was very angry. At that moment, I had so much frustration because I did not know what to do. The only thing I could think of was retaliation and hurting somebody else. And then I looked into the eyes of his mom. I saw the tears, and I knew what she was feeling. And I knew that I could not do that. At that moment, I made a choice. I decided to turn that pain and that anger into power. I decided to take everything that I was feeling and take action. I live in Tucson, Arizona. I took everything I was feeling and I joined a team. No, I joined a family down there that was just as motivated and committed to do and make change. When SB 1070 was announced, we said, hell no. We said no. We are not going to let this happen to our community, and we are not going to stand idly by and let people oppress us anymore. Our community is who we are. When you hurt our community, you hurt us. In 6 hours, we put together a march and a rally and changed the face of Tucson forever. We united a community that had been divided for so long. That same week, the day that SB 1070 was passed, students walked out, students were raiding at the state building. We had planned to have a repeat march and rally that same day. We get the news that we have to go to other students because SB 1070 was passed, and they told us we had to break their hearts. We huddled as a team, we prayed, and we found the strength and the courage to stand in front of them and tell them that our hopes and our dreams had just been crushed by one signature. But we made a promise to those kids who were crying. We made a promise to that community that we were not going to stop until we changed it. We took those kids and we marched them back to Armory Park, and then we marched them straight back to that state building and we stood up again. We chanted, we marched, and we told them we were not going to leave and we were not going to stop. Now, despite all the marching, despite all the rallying, there is still lots of work to do. There are still people out there who are trying to hate on us. There are still people out there who do not care. And there are still people out there who say that we will not make a difference. A lot of those people are my own family members who do not support anything that I'm doing. They're saying that I am wasting my time. Am I wasting my time? No! Is it a waste of time to register voters? No! Is it a waste of time to march and rally and fight for what we believe in?
No!
I agree with you all. Yeah. Yeah. They say we are not going to make a difference. I say watch us. I say look at everything that we're doing and look at the movement that we're building. The youth now are in control of it. And we are only growing in numbers. Come November, we will go out and vote. Because that's what we've been building up to do. We will go and we will have our voices heard. We will go and get these politicians that are trying to hurt us out of here. And we will get and make the change that we have been fighting for generations. Now, everybody here has a story to share, and everybody here has leadership qualities within them. I am asking every single one to stand up and bring somebody else to take to the polls and to stand up for the community. What we have done here is unite a whole world that knows that this is wrong. Now I'm asking you guys, will you stand in solidarity with us and our family? Yeah! Will you fight for what we believe in? Yeah! Will you fight for all the broken families and all and all the people who have been stripped away of their dignity, for all the people who have lost somebody in this great war. Will you stand up and fight? And put your fists up with me. And say, sí se puede. 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 Que viva el amor y que viva la paz.